oddly into Quagmire, and Cleveland seems oddly indifferent. Meanwhile, Joe falls overboard, with perfect form, I might add. Seriously, 10 out of 10 entry. When he's brought back aboard, nobody knows how to perform CPR besides Peter's butler, and so the gang decides to take a class to learn it. Peter takes things a bit too far, though.
What the hell are you doing? You know, I don't think he's hurt.
I'll get to you in a moment, sir. I'm gonna have to check and see if he soiled himself.
Just a hunch, but I think you'd be able to tell if he soiled himself without having to take his pants off. But what do I know, right? After getting his CPR license revoked, Peter hears Loretta yelling and, still wanting to be a lifesaver, heads into her home valiantly.
Peter Griffin, temporarily suspended CPR. Holy crap.
We should go.
Boy, that was embarrassing, huh? Walking in on Loretta and Cleveland having sex?
That wasn't Cleveland. It was some white guy.
What was that?
Shut up and put some more of that sugar in my bowl.
Lesson learned. Even if valiant, don't break into people's houses. Peter tells his friends about what he saw, though Quagmire, knowing Peter saw his back but didn't recognize him, realizes he's in hot water.
Oh, God, I'm screwed. This is worse than that time I had to fess up to the nation. My fellow Americans, I did gagoogity that girl. I geschmoigadied her geflavidity with my googus, and I am sorry.
Somehow, I still got the gist of what he was saying there. Peter heads off to tell Cleveland the bad news, and to be fair, if there's anyone who's good at telling folks bad news, it's Peter.
You've got the AIDS.
I know that'd make the impact a lot less stressful for me. Also, yeah, that song really, Yep. When Cleveland gets the news, he asks Loretta if it's true before she calls him pathetic and kicks him out of the house.
Goodbye, Cleveland.
I love you.
I don't know how he loves her, but I'm rooting for him, poor guy. Luckily, he's got good friends in the Griffins who allow him to stay at their place for as long as he needs.
I want to sing a little song that kept me going when I had troubles.
We were at the beach. Everybody had matching towels.
A bed to rest in and live music? Now that's what I'm fucking talking about, man. Although maybe Cleveland should think about leaving before the family finds reasons they can pick on him.
So just treat him like one of the family.
You mean like Cousin Janine, who were polite too, but then mock her diabetes on the drive home? She can't eat caramel.
Exactly.
They can be ruthless, those Griffins. Peter decides Cleveland needs to cheat on someone to get back at Loretta, and apparently knows just who to talk to.
Oh, God.
Let me throw something on.
Peter and Brian recognize Quagmire's butt tattoo as the only thing they remember when they walked in on Loretta's affair, and realize Glenn's been involved all along. Though even when Peter tells Cleveland that, he's as indifferent as ever, and to Lois, that's just not right.
Cleveland, don't you see? This is why your wife left you. You gotta push back a little. You gotta get a little rough. Oh, God, Peter, hit me.
Yeah!
Ow!
Wow, so that's something about Quagmire and Loretta, huh?
You know what? Let's just move on. Peter does everything in his power to get Cleveland's manhood to come out.
Hey, look at me. I'm Quagmire. I had sex with your wife. Giggity, 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 giggity.
Those are so his mannerisms.
But yeah, it ain't working. Until Brian, Loretta gets involved.
Glenn Quagmire, you're dead.
I'm sure this will just end in a peaceful conversation, right?
Cleveland, relax, 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 relax. There you go.
Peter sees this brief moment as an opportunity to warn Quagmire, and so he heads off in his speediest vehicle.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God!
Quagmire is sent to Mayor Adam West's place to stay safe.
Forbidden to smile. Oh, no. That episode of Growing Pains when Mike's friend Boner ran for student council.
Elsewhere, Peter realizes he has to try and get Loretta and Cleveland back together, and so he heads off in his second speediest vehicle. Finally, the climactic showdown is here as Cleveland tries to bash Glenn in with a bat. The real takeaway here is just how much we learn about Quagmire, though. Actually, I think I could have guessed this house would be like this. We learn absolutely nothing. Cleveland catches himself at the very last moment, and instead of choosing violence, decides he and Loretta should just end their marriage. Luckily, himself and Quagmire manage to continue their own relationship through a bit of friendly sparring. though the sparring is quickly interrupted by...
The National Weather Service has issued a severe hurricane advisory and is urging everyone to stay indoors for at least the next 36 hours.
No, what happened?
Yep, we're talking about Seahorse Seashell Party. The Griffins are trapped inside their house with no TV, and so have to find some way to pass the time. Peter has some marvelous contributions.
I got an idea. How about you all sit there quietly while I make dad noises?
They'll maybe not go on for a full minute, marvelous. That joke goes on for a minute, if you couldn't tell. Brian takes mushrooms and starts seeing some wonky stuff before smartly stumbling off. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever unsee that. The rest of the family decides to enrich themselves with some games.
Finger.
I'm gonna finger bang the two of you at the same time. Hey, me too. Bang.
Oh, no one wants by you, Meg.
Finger bang yourself, Meg.
He walks right into another.
I'm gonna cut my ear off to prevent World War II.
Oh God! Oh God!
And look, I know earlier I said that bullet ricochet stuff was hell, but like, dude, maybe this is hell.
Do you like my soothing voice? Return the map. Return what you have stolen from me.
Nope, no questions. This is hell. Hell! Get me the hell out of here! Back in the living room, Meg gets fed up with her family lambasting her, though she really kind of comes off as unfancy when she complains like that.
You guys all think you're so much better than me.
Oh, Meg, that is the least fancy thing I have ever heard.
See, that's what I'm saying. But no, for real, Meg starts tearing into her family for their mistreatment of her over all the years, starting with her own brother.
Chris, you treat me like you hate me, and I don't know why. Do you have any idea what that feels like? What if I said those things to you? What if I started calling you a fat, zitty loser who has no friends and smells like an old woman who has birds for pets?
What does an old woman who has birds for pets even smell like? Now I'm curious. Chris, get over here. Next up is Lois.
Is this coming from my role model mother? The or the addict, the star?
Oh, so what? I'm a better person now because of those experiences.
Are you? Are you a better person?
And you gotta admit, all those things are kind of entirely true about Lois. Jeez. And the cherry on top of Lois's shit Sunday.
And honestly, when I turn 18, I don't know that I ever want to see you again.
Dang, that's heavy. Hopefully the rest of the family can at least take some of the sorrow off of Lois.
I'm so disgusted with my behavior, and I'm so sorry, Meg.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
Why did I think they could? Finally, Meg's got Peter on the docket, and she saved her hardest task for last.
You are completely selfish.
All right, I see what's going on here. You're in love with your old man.
He's gonna be hard to crack. There's just so much stupidity to get past, though eventually she does manage to get through to him. Kinda.
Take a good look at yourself, Peter Griffin. You're a waste of a man.
Wait a second. These are criticisms. Hey, Lois, tell her to knock it off.
Oh, and where the hell were you when she was laying into me?
I was thinking about getting a fancy cane. Maybe getting more attention from strangers.
In classic Peter fashion, he treats it half-assedly. It's only when the entire family starts to get at his throat that he starts to finally feel ashamed.
I didn't ask to be in this family!
Peter, you come back here.
I faked all my orgasms.
Let's just all pretend like we didn't hear that last one. Holy frick. After her outburst, though, Meg talks with Brian, who's just made it out of the shroom hell, and realizes that she may need to be the family's punching bag to keep everyone else happy. So she apologizes to her family for yelling, just accepts that, and the dynamic goes right on back to normal.
I'm sorry, you guys.
You're a
Yes. Yes, I am.
People really hated how Meg denies her abuse here, kind of, essentially, and yeah, I can't blame them. That was ridiculous. The abuse gets right back to normal quickly, too, as in, not all dogs go to heaven. The family head over to a Star Trek convention, and Peter sees someone with a great costume.
Meg, come take your picture with this space alien guy.
No, Dad, I don't want to.
Come on, it'll be funny. What a wonderful novelty photo this will make. Thanks so much, buddy. Hey, how'd you make that awesome mask?
It's not a mask. I have the mumps.
Oh, sorry, Meg. So yeah, Meg's got the mumps. Turns out Peter didn't vaccinate her or himself to the disease, which is pretty dangerous. Is it as dangerous as this, though?
Oh, I know exactly where you're coming.
Ow, it's in my eyes!
I'll let you decide. Let me know in the comments section below. Peter's taking extra precautions to ensure he doesn't catch Meg's illness, but doesn't stop to think what his family would do with an open ventilation tube.
Jackass number 2.
This whole day has been one big laugh riot.
I'm not sure I've ever vomited because of a fart before. Though maybe Peter's just extra on edge with the mumps stuff. Meg starts catching some religious programming on TV that asks her if she's unloved, but I mean, come on, that one answers itself. Of course she's loved.
Meg, your mother made soup for you. Here you go, honey.
Well, you know who does love you? The Lord.
Here's your milk.
See? So loved. Once Meg's mumps are gone, she heads to the kitchen and starts acting much happier than usual, which puts a big ol' smile on Peter's face.
That's right, folks. It's gonna be a Meg episode. Stick around for the fun. Here's the clicker. No one would blame you.
Or not. Dude went out of his way to break the fourth wall just to convey how much he hates his own daughter. Meg keeps pushing the family to watch her religious programming, eventually causing